to Week 6, NCFFL 2019. Half of us had a good week last week. Most of us were underdogs. Cheers to all of us. As always, support your sponsor and boo Jimmy. We're going to go ahead and get started at number 12. Rookie Mike. Well, this probably should have been Alex Fulp, but none of us have heard from you, Mike, since the draft. I feel confident that I'm not going to get a hate text by putting you down here at the bottom. Your team's not really that great. I think you're like 7th or something, but if you happen to see this, I am rooting for you to beat Alex Fulp this week, and I also can't believe that you're actually 3-3. At number 11. Alex Fulp should have been at number 12. You're very sure of your team. Sounds like you really think you're going to make the playoffs. I don't think any of us else really do. I also have a league, not this one obviously, where I am last in points and last in record. And in that league, I have come to terms with myself that I'm not going to make it. Sounds like you are not in that same position. No fantasy team, in my opinion, that has Gardner Minshew as their only quarterback deserves to make it to the playoffs, even if they have DJ Chark as a small hookup. With that being said, DJ Chark has more points than your best two players, Devontae Adams and DeAndre Hopkins. So, not looking good for you, but maybe we can move you up to not double digits next week. Number 10, Mike Emmerman. Highest points last week, congrats. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to move you outside of 10th overall in points scored. You have Stephon Diggs, who looks like he's coming back to life. You have Ezekiel Elliott, Matt Breida, Jimmy Graham still on your team. Not really sure why he's still there. We need a new tight end, but we're also rooting for you to beat Alex Mosley this week. And for some reason, it looks like I have some side boob action, but good luck, Mike. At number 9, Jimmy. Fun fact, I looked back, Sony Michel has as many rushing attempts at the goal line as Tom Brady does, so really not a good stat for your starting running back. Todd Gurley's hurt. He might just suffer with that all season long, but again, your kicker is doing really good, Justin Tucker. Good luck with Ito Smith being in your lineup. You've scored a lot of points, but that's probably not going to continue. Number 8, Will. The only reason I put you up here is because Georgia lost this week, and you're a big fan. I feel really bad, but I also really hate Georgia, so I was rooting for South Carolina the whole time. Haven't had a chance to give you a whole lot of shit, but fuck Georgia. The dogs suck. You get Josh Jacobs back this week. You have multiple buys. You took a loss last week. Again, we're actually going to root for you to beat Quinn this week. But sit at the number 8 spot. Hopefully move up next week. Number 7, George. You are the best Gamados brother again. Jimmy was last week, I think. Obviously, I'm rooting against you this week because you're playing against me. Deshaun Watson's been great. Edelman's been okay. After that, the rest of your team's still pretty bad. So hopefully I can pick up a couple people off buys and whoop your ass. Keep you out of the playoffs. Number 6, my twin brother Matt. You've been trending down lately, but if you're at the number 6 spot, technically that means you make the playoffs. Tyreek Hill was amazing this week. He's back. Barkley might be back this week. Tevin Coleman, you got a couple things to work with. You got work to do. But, again, 6th is in the playoffs, and you play Jimmy this week. So, boo Jimmy. Number 5, Forrest. Had moved you down here. You're not number 4 anymore. All your Browns are on a bye. Thanks for coming by Parkside this week. It was good to see you, your wife, your daughter. The only other guys in this league that I see on a regular basis is George and Will. It's always nice to see Will. We'll just leave it at that. This may be a down week for you. You're probably going to lose to Ralph. That being said, on to number 4 is Ralph. You're 4th in points. You're 1st in points against, which is a tough go. Again, you're probably you're gonna beat Forest this week. Please trade me the New England defense. They're probably the best fantasy player in the league this year. I like your team, not the whole team, just your starters. Your bench is terrible. I have a few of your guys in other leagues that I like to root for. So we're gonna try to root for you whole season long. On to number 3, the 800 club. Last week was 700. I said last week whoever lost versus Quinn and Alex Mosley, I would put at the 3 spot. So here you go. Alex Mosley, you're at the 3. You're third in points. You still have Patrick Mahomes. It looks like you did move Jamison Crowder back into your lineup based on suggestion. If you're going to have him in your name, you need to start him. You lost to Quinn. I hope this is a start of many losses for you because your team's pretty good, so we want you to lose. At number 2, it's me. I'm back in the win column this week. I'm second in points overall. My record's really not that great, but at least I finally beat somebody again. I get to play George this week, which is almost a guaranteed win. My love for Lamar Jackson continues to grow. He's amazing. So glad I have him. McCaffrey's on a bye, which is not going to be that great for me, but I'm going to stay in the 2 spot with confidence. Number 1, Quinn. Ex-commissioner, you're back in first in points, first in record. I think you have the oldest team by year in the league. You got Aaron Rodgers, Jason Witten, Mason Crosby, etc., blah, blah, blah. Your team's good. It's not fun to talk shit about the person that's in first. So we're just going to hopefully move on to you taking a loss in week 7. So cheers, everybody. See you next week.